The ending, like, I kind of almost wish there was like a book 2. And hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Roxy. I am here with a book video. So you guys know that I bought my Kindle a few months ago at the end of last year, and I've been reading so much. So I haven't really done a lot of wrap-ups. I've done a few TBRs, which I will link below, but I have not done a lot of wrap-ups, and mainly that's because I've just been reading so many. I feel like the videos would be super long. But I've kind of slowed down a little bit with my reading, and I read 3 books last month and I've only read 1 this month. So I figured I could do individual little reviews, little short videos on the books that I've been reading. So the first book that I read last month in March was Dominicana, and I spoke about that book a little bit in my TBR for March. So I just want to do a review on it now that I finished it and everything. So if you're interested in that, then get your tea. I actually tried a new drink today, you guys. I got a drink that I saw on Pinterest and it is a green tea latte with almond milk, matcha powder, and vanilla. It's something that I would have to get used to. All right, so I have my notes in my journal per usual. If you're interested in seeing how my journal looks or anything, I did just update my flip through. So I uploaded a new flip through for the first quarter. So check that out. I'm also gonna link that below. So the first book that I read is Dominicana. This book is by Angie Cruz. And this book is about a girl named Anna. She's like 11, I think, when the story starts, and I feel like she's like 15 when we're kind of set in present day her life. So this book I read because it was recommended as a book that was very similar to Elizabeth Acevedo's books, and I really enjoy her books. I really enjoy just the point of view. I enjoy the language. I enjoy how they're written. I really enjoy her books. So this book was recommended because of that, because it was similar to those type of books. And it definitely was a book about immigration and Dominican culture, and that split between like family who is in the United States and family who is in the Dominican Republic, and just trying to navigate those differences as you transition, or as she transitioned to the States, like by herself. So Anna at about 15 was actually married off to Juan, who was in his 30s, I think, and she came to live in the States with him by herself. So all of her family stayed in the Dominican Republic, and it's just about her navigating life as a new immigrant to the United States, as someone who did not speak English. And this was in like the 60s. So I'm not really familiar with like the history of immigration to New York and how like different cultures began to immigrate in. I'm not very versed in that topic, but there were not very many people who spoke Spanish at that time, so it was very difficult. Like I feel like now if you go to New York, most people do speak Spanish. From my experience in visiting New York, I've only been about 3 times, but I feel like now it would be a lot easier to navigate through the language barrier in New York City. But she was there was no one who spoke Spanish. Like no one in her building really spoke Spanish. She went to an ESL class and, you know, wanted to learn English and things like that. So navigating being in the States by herself, well, with her husband who was way older than her, and there was a lot of issues within that marriage that are covered in the book. Trigger warning, abuse and other things that can happen take place in the book. I don't want YouTube to come at me, but like there's definitely a trigger warning there for some abuse within that that marriage. So and the fact that she's like 15, so she comes to the States and she has to like lie about her age and all of those things, and she's in this relationship with this man who it's just not the best situation. But we're also learning about her struggle, her internal struggle with being in the marriage because it's what's best for her family. So her husband here in the States is able to that relationship benefits her family in the Dominican Republic, as well as getting her family here to the United States. So it's just a lot. It's a whole lot to deal with at 15. It's just so many changes, so many things. So we're really going through those struggles, and her trying to navigate the States and navigate like the new culture. And this is in the 60s, so it's during the civil rights movement. So she kind of hints on experiencing that, and as well as her husband's brother, who is Caesar, and he is Dominican, but he's darker complected than her husband Juan. And so there's that colorist aspect there, as we are, you know, in the civil rights movement era. So there's things that like his brother can do. And so this is the part that actually stuck out to me, I guess, is there's things that, you know, like Juan can do, and things that Cesar kind of can't necessarily do. Like they don't navigate this world in the same way, this space in the same way. And so, which I think is cool, like seeing different reviews from different people, because people pick up on like certain things stand out to different people differently. So that's one of the things that definitely stood out to me. She talks about Malcolm X a lot. This was right during the assassination of Malcolm X, and so just how she viewed that, how she thought through that event in history. And yeah, so I do have some notes here, so I'm trying to see if I touched on a lot of things. But overall, I really did enjoy this book. Did I give it a rating? I gave it 8 out of 10. I really did enjoy this book. I do recommend this book. It was really good. Yeah, I can't really say much that I didn't really enjoy about it. Sometimes the way that color and race was approached was kind of off-putting to me. It was kind of different, but I think that's just the time period and the just cultural differences. So that's the only thing that was kind of off-putting to me a little bit. Overall, I really enjoyed the book. It was definitely this, seeing her struggle, like trying to at 15, like you want to be happy. Like I think about myself at 15, I'm just like, it's a very impulsive age, and an age where you want to just do the things that bring you joy. And she's in this situation where it's not really about that. It's not really about what brings her joy, because there's also those family responsibilities that she has at that age. The ending, like I kind of almost wish there was like a book 2. And so I love when a book leaves me feeling like that, like, but what if it didn't end right here? What if she could do more things? And she kind of had this plan. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but it's just like, what if? But I also like that it wasn't this pretty bow happy ending, like, and then they lived happily ever after, you know. So it was pretty realistic the way that the book ended. So I definitely recommend. Let me know down below if you have read this book, or if you plan to read this book, and what you think. If you have any recommendations for books that are kind of similar, because I do enjoy these type of stories. So if you have any recommendations for books that are kind of similar to this, let me know in the comments down below too. And thank you so much for watching my video. And I have 3 more books from March to review, and then I have the one that I read this month. I may be able to squeeze another book into this month, but I don't know. But I plan to do these individual book reviews going forward, because I'm way ahead of my reading goal for this year. So I think I can just slow it down and just really enjoy reading books a little more slowly. So again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.